Good morning, everybody. It's Mother's Day. I hope that you are making your moms feel special, doing something fun for her, giving her a little special time, maybe give her a hug, tell her how much you guys appreciate her, because I'm sure that she's really doing a lot of stuff to help you out during all this stuff going on. All right, so this is the Algebra Trig Pre-Calc video. This is your week rundown. What I want to do is just touch on a couple things. I have a little list here for myself just so I make sure I get through everything. First off, your test that was given last week, your assessment, it was graded. So you got it returned back to you. You'll have it returned back to you up to 3 times. Pretty much what you'll have is it'll say your first score, then your second score, and then either your third score or your final score. You can't get more than 3 scores back. All right? So I'll keep giving those back to you. A couple of you guys have gotten the 10 out of 10 right away. It just says your final score. Some of you have gotten those returned back to you, and it said like your first score and then your final score. So just know that it'll be first score, second score, final score. That's what you end up with. And then if we need to do a retake, we'll end up doing a retake. But haven't had too many of those situations because we're understanding what we're doing, especially on those corrections. Now, the other thing is that remember that this 10-point scale or this 70%, it's totally different than other things. So like, let's say that you got like everything right except for the parabola. And I honestly would be like, hey, I got 3 out of 4 things right. That's 75%. I should pass. Well, passing means that you understand how to do it. And understanding means that you have to show that you know how to do every conic section. All right. So if you got something less than a 7, I wasn't really satisfied with your understanding. So bring those things up. I know I was giving 9s to people who made little mistakes. Maybe they had everything right and their foci were wrong. Or 8s because they kept getting all the foci wrong in every single one. But it sucks because I had to make a judgment. But for the most part, I'm thinking, okay, did they understand it? And I kind of didn't like the fact that I had to give lower grades if you got one of them wrong. But you have to know all of them, all right? So you get those back. You have until this Friday at 4 to get those to me. Now, if you didn't take that yet, you have till Friday at 4 to get those to me and do corrections. I'm not taking anything after Friday at 4. We'll have to do a retake in June, okay? Because that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. All right. So late work. Okay, so for your late work, remember that everything is due Friday at 4. If you noticed, a lot of you probably have noticed that I give a lot of comments after 4 on Friday, sometimes Friday night, because I'm sitting on my computer and I'm doing all of my work then. Saturdays I take off because I literally was at my computer yesterday from about 9 until 12:30, then again 2:30 to about 11 o'clock at night. So I need a break. I have to not go in there, okay? So some of you guys who have been getting things in late, this is going to end up biting you a little bit later because you won't be done as soon as you thought, okay? So in the next couple weeks, what I would really suggest is you really shoot for getting those things on time so that you can actually be done on May 29th or close to that, okay? But late work, remember your homework, you get half credit. Quick checks, I always make sure you get the 5 points, and then for your tests, you have till this week. So if you didn't take that test this week, you need to take that test, all right? All right, so now your week. Your week this week, you guys, is pretty big. This is going to be probably about as much as you're going to have the last week of school, okay? We have to have assessments for all 4 big ideas, and I did not assess you on the 3 variables. So you're going to get an assessment on the 3 variable equations. You're going to get, that is going to be a 10-pointer, all right? There's 2 little questions, and then you solve it. I'll tell you that the points are full coordinate points. And you're going to attach your written work like you do for your homework on that one, because you're going to have a couple of assessments where you have to do that. And then you're also going to have a quick check this week on solving trig equations. All right, that one shouldn't be too bad. So that's what you have. And then you're going to have homework. Your homework this week, you are going to start to simplify trig expressions using trig identities. And then you also have some solving equations from last week. All right, so that's pretty much what you guys have, okay? If you have questions on things, which some of you guys have, sorry, here are my Google Meets. My Google Meet schedule for the last 3 weeks have been pretty much the same. Here it is. You guys, on Tuesday, you're from 1 until 1:20, and then I'm going to take anybody from 2 to 2:30. This is my Wednesday. Remember my Wednesday, I really don't have much time because I have meetings all day. You guys are from 10:40 to 11, and then I meet anyone from 11 to 11:30. And then my Thursday Google Meet's right here. You guys are from 1:20 to 1:40, and I'm meeting everybody Thursday, or anyone, from 2 to 2:30. All right? So this week, you have 3 things. You'll have an assignment. You have 2 videos that go with that. So you'll have 2 videos to watch, an assignment to do, a quick check to do, and then also an assessment. Quick check's 5 points. Assessment's 10 points. Homework is 2 points. All right. And I want to just get you guys ready for that last week of school. You're actually going to have proving identities the next 2 weeks. That includes the last week. Your last week, you will have 2 assessments. It'll be on solving trig equations, which will be 10 points. And then proving identities, that'll also be 10 points. That'll be a big thing. And then you'll also have an assignment that week that's going to be on a worksheet. So that's what you have done. So here's the goal. They want us to be done by the 29th if we can, but we don't have to be, all right? So if you need time to get things done over the weekend or in the next week, you're going to have that. That's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be working with people who have to get some things done. If it's a missing test, if you have to still hand in things from those last 2 assessments on that last week. But my goal for some of you guys is the ones that are handing things in after 4 on Friday, I'm going to have a ton of work that first week of June. So I might not get things back as soon as I normally do because I have things piling up. So your goal is to get everything in by Friday because then I can get through everything. And then when I'm done, I'm done. All right. So I got messages on my phone that a couple of you guys handed in your assessment. You just did. Well, that's late. And I'm just going to tell you right now, you will not be done with your 4th quarter work until you are done. And you will know that you're done because on the last assessment you will have your score. And then when I'm done scoring everybody's, I'm going to go back and I'm going to comment, you passed 4th quarter, you passed 4th quarter. If you do not get a comment like that on your last assessment, guess what? You're not done yet. You got to keep going. All right? So just so you know, some of you guys are rocking it, but I have a couple of you that are just getting things in late and it's like, oh, it's not a big deal. It will be a big deal because you'll be going to school in June because you need to get things to me until that last assessment. You have a score. And then after that, I will say if you are done. All right. So that's your week. So I hope you guys have a great Mother's Day. I apologize if this is longer than what it needed to be. But we do have some like goals at the end here, and you do have a very big week. Everything will be out for you by Wednesday, okay? I'm probably going to give you that assessment tomorrow. I'm going to put that out there, and the quick check will go out on Wednesday like it normally does. All right, but your assessment is due this week Friday, and any corrections are due this week Friday. If you don't get the corrections done by Friday, they do not count, and your score online will stand it as it is. Have a great day.